you are not easily subjected to manipulation. And these are the kind of people that they know that they have to go that extra mile in order to manipulate you. Okay, they know that if they come off aggressive towards you, that you are not going to receive that and you are going to shut them down and dismiss them. So what they do is they find your insecurities, and many of you guys may have insecurities that you don't know about. If you are not careful, some of you guys, you may be at a place where you are actually, getting out there in the world, and you're not as knowledgeable when it comes to certain things about people's nature because of the fact that you were raised either in a close-knit family, or you may be a person who was abused in a specific way, meaning that you probably know about overt narcissism. However, you don't know about covert narcissism. And I promise you, if you have ran into an overt narcissist, you are bound to run into a covert one, because it's typically how the process goes. There are a line of these people, and life is a lesson to know that you are going to be challenged, you are going to be tested and tried, and not for you to be fearful of that thing, but for you to understand that you learn things, you live and you learn, and not to come down on yourself. Coming down on yourself too hard when it comes to you realizing that you've been duped by a master manipulator is only going to send you into a downward spiral, and that is not going to be beneficial for you or anybody else who is going to be involved with you in the near future. Okay, you got to stay strong, and you got to know that this is something that comes with the territory of you seeking to progress throughout life. Okay, when you are in a bind. Okay, sometimes when you are in a bind, when you're dealing with a person who has an insecure attachment, they love to dig people out of binds because of the fact that they know that there's going to be a sense of loyalty that you have for that individual. And when you are a person who happens to be loyal when it comes to people doing certain things for you, meaning that they want that control over you, but they also want that loyalty. They want to have a form of leverage over you, and they also want to be able to have you to feel indebted to them. So not everybody who does something nice for you is actually a friend. Next thing is when you are dealing with a person who has this sabotaging nature, you'll begin to notice that certain things are missing in your life. Certain things such as you're having things probably damage things around you. You may have instances where things are being stolen. You may also have instances where you are scheduling to go to a specific meeting or to do certain things the next morning, and all of a sudden your alarm clock doesn't go off, and you know that you set your alarm clock. Okay, and the worst thing ever for you to be with your biggest hater, if your biggest hater is a person that you are reprocreating with, you're having children, you're married to this individual, that is a lifelong recipe for disaster. Okay, there are people who aren't giving themselves that affirmation, and they're looking for those things externally. And when you are dealing with a manipulative person, especially a sabotager, this is a person who knows that you are basically thirsty for this affirmation. If you are a person who needs excessive compliments, if you are a person who may be on the surface attractive, but you aren't really, as confident, and this person can see those things about you, so what they're going to do is they're going to gas you up. You should be the first one to give yourself that love. I'm talking about a person who is intentionally damaging aspects of your life because they actually fear you leaving their lives. Okay, and some people may feel kind of flattered by that, but when you really think about it, a person who will be willing to damage your life in order to remain in it is absolutely insane.